Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to June's edition of the Link for Growth National News Show. My name's Chris Ogle, and I'm the host of this show. So I'm going to bash straight into what we've got for you. There's a lot happening in Link for Growth. We'll be joined a little bit later on by Diane Richardson, who's going to share some exciting information about L4G.TV and some of the shows that we're going to be launching there. Just for those who are unaware about what Link for Growth is, let me just give you the mission statement for Link for Growth. It's encourage people towards happiness and through collaboration, rebuild our communities from the grassroots upwards. So that's what we're doing. We're basically out there rebuilding community, getting people to talk to each other. And some of the things that are included in that are things like helping people to find their passions, taking responsibility for our own health through education and other people that can share that knowledge with us. Become a lifelong learner through things like Link for Skills, which is our people's university, and enabling people to actually get up and share their knowledge with others, which is fantastic. Connect people both locally, nationally, and through both offline mechanisms, which is the various events that we host, and also online, and encourage people to buy local. That's a real big trend right now, and we can do that if we can do the local economy. So that's fantastic. Support and develop local business and charities through collaboration. Absolutely fundamental. We do need to work with community groups and charities to basically get people together and enable people to participate in giving and making a contribution. Integrate the young with their energy and their technical competence into the community. We've kind of left them a little bit short right now. So one of the big things for Link for Growth is actually to bridge that gap and bring those young people on board. Share and replicate our knowledge through good ideas and best practices. And one of the ways to do that is through L4G.TV. And also to live in harmony with the planet. This is the only planet that we've ever known. So looking after it is actually one of the key things we should be doing, and living in a more sustainable way, i.e. living within the confines of what we need rather than the excesses that we witness all around. So there's a huge amount to do. We're halfway through 2015 already, and there's just so much going on, and we need all the support and help that we can get. So let me just stop right now and just say hi to Diane. Hi Diane, come and say hello.
Hi Chris. Hi
Chris. Hang on just 1 second. I do appear to have something else happening in the background here, which I need to stop. That's a bit better. There was some noise going in the background, which was me playing this video back. So I've cleared that off. So welcome to the show, Diane, and I'll be introducing you to talk about L4G.TV in a little bit. I'm just going to talk about for a second the stuff that we've got going on in terms of expansion and community building. We've had some great success in creating events and creating engagement through various things like Link for Coffee and our Link for Drinks events. Yeah, we've got so many people to thank for actually hosting all of these events. But I like that we've got some standardized processes in place now as well, and they're really vital for enabling us to grow and expand quickly with a common set of practices. And we've got Nikki Pepper to thank for that, and the collateral is all in place now for us to do the expansion as well, Twitter, and we've got district websites and communities all in place. So some fantastic collateral there. We do, though, need some district leaders in Lincolnshire, South Wales, South East Herts, Gloucestershire and the West Midlands. So we are looking for people to get involved and participate here. So if you know anybody out there that would like to join us and be in the teams, then do tell them and get them to get in touch with us. There is actually a new Northamptonshire district leader who is either being appointed or is very close to being appointed, which is Sarah McCarran. And if you haven't connected with Sarah, then please do. She is in the community, the Teams community, and she's got a profile up there, and she's on the forums as well. So please go and join in and say hello to her there. Let me just mention very, very briefly the community forums, the final stages of configuration there. So looking forward to seeing those in operation in the next week or so. There are alternative methods of payment going to be introduced on the new forum, which is fantastic. And because people, there are people out there that don't want to use PayPal, so we've got some alternative methods there. There'll be simpler methodologies for sharing on Facebook and also on Twitter, I understand. So that's good news as well. So that all out of the way, Diane, if you'd like to come on now. L4G.tv. Now, this is a concept that's been bubbling around in Link for Growth for some time, and you've got some ideas for a couple of shows I know that you're involved in. Would you like to come and tell us a little bit about them?
Okay, well, yeah. The first one is someone doesn't seem to be showing me live. The first one is based on branding and marketing, which is my area of expertise and where I've earned my living for the last too many years. And the idea is that we're going to get a panel of people together to talk about branding and marketing, issues. And this can be a show that's going to go out initially once a fortnight, probably. We're going to be doing a test run hopefully this week. And then we might need to tweak and refine it a little bit, but it will then be going out probably the week after next or 2 weeks' time with the first live show. Branding and marketing is something I'm very passionate about, and I think it's something that can help raise give information to people about some of the hints and tips that we've got planned and that are happening.
So how's that going to actually work, Diane? I mean, what's involved in getting these shows up and running? How do we how do people participate? Can they, or are you inviting people, experts in? How does it work?
Well, initially I've invited experts in, and once we get more up and become more au fait with it, then the people of experts who get invited in will be rotated through. At some point after a couple of episodes, we'll ask people to start engaging with us through comment sections and stuff like that, and then they'll all go onto one big Link for Growth playlist, so that people can then download them if they want to, or they want hints and tips on various points, and if they've got ideas for the show, they can contribute them and come and ask about it. But that's slightly further down the road, because initially we want to get the concept up and running and make sure it's working smoothly. And we also want to make sure that we've mastered the technology. But the people we've chosen are people who I know, who have got a wealth of advertising and marketing experience behind them.
So that's one of the shows that are planned, is like marketing and design, and that really, I guess, that would fit quite neatly under Link for Business as the sort of primary sort of area of, if you like, expertise, if you like. There are other shows. There's one that we've already had a few of, which is on finance, and I know that Jenny Braithwaite has been running that, and I participated in one of those back, I think it was in April. But I know that with our involvement with Transition Watford, and you're obviously from Watford as well, so we do quite a lot of things together, but sustainability is another one. And Carl Hughes, who's based over in Walthamstow, is a big fan of anything that's about coming off the grid and doing things to basically consume less energy and get us away from fossil fuels, as is, of course, Neil Emery from Reason Cafe. And I know those two are talking, so you'll be helping them to get that show launched as well, won't you?
Yes, I am. We've had a brief chat about it, and using the skills that Carol taught me, and I'm sure lots of other people, on how to get the TV show up and running. We'll be using those skills and getting a program together very shortly. I think the main thing is that whatever we do with Link for Growth TV, be it specialist branding, marketing, business issues, or sustainability issues, or education issues, I think regularity is one of the most important things that we can do. So if we say we're going to do it once a fortnight, we do it once a fortnight. And that may be too frequent, or it may not be frequent enough, and then you can modify it after you've run it for a short period and can take stock.
Yeah, I'm quite excited about this platform, for the simple reason that I think we hear a lot of things on the TV. We not me, because I haven't got a TV, but we hear a lot of things on the TV. We read a lot of things in newspapers and the media, and many of the things that we do hear or read are actually suspect in terms of their evidence. And what I think L4G.TV has a great opportunity to do is almost like open up the debate in a public space, somewhere where people can home in on the things that they're interested in, and actually get to hear from people who are talking based on the fact that they're an expert and that they have real evidence to support whatever they're talking about.
Yes, I do think that's important. I think the TV shows give people that luxury that a national TV show couldn't, because they're really pressed for time, whereas we don't have that pressure, that time pressure on us. We could spend an hour just talking about one particular subject if the subject warrants it for that particular week. So the pressures on the Link for Growth TV show are different, and that presents a whole new load of opportunities for communicating messages, information, and disseminating it to a much wider audience. And of course, once it's on YouTube, if people start to pick it up and watch it and everything, then of course, who knows, it could go international across the world.
So will these shows be initially monthly, or are you planning them more frequently to that?
Well, the marketing one, we're talking about doing it fortnightly, and the sustainability one, we haven't quite yet agreed as to the frequency, but that will also be on a regular basis. I think that sometimes monthly it takes an awful long time to build up an audience, so you might want to think about more frequency, say once a fortnight or once a week even, and then kind of play it by ear and see how the numbers are going and everything. Because when we look at, say, the Southwest Hearts TV show, the numbers are up and down, and sometimes we only get 50 or 60 viewers over the week, and other times we get near enough 400. And it would be great if we could pinpoint the reason why we get to 400. I think it's because what we're starting to get now that we never used to have is participation from local industry, local companies and industries and interest groups.
Yeah, I mean, I think the whole concept of TV, the whole idea of the YouTube channel being able to participate and engage at a national level, like these shows will be, of course, ultimately rolls all the way down to local, because the people that might be, for example, if it's a show on health, for example, then locally you want people who on the show who can go and talk to the people that live in that community, so that the kinds of discussions that might be had are more relevant to the place that's hosting the show. But from a national perspective, you've got, and it might not be like this initially, but on a national perspective, you've got you've got less localized issues, so it can be a more generic discussion about, and if it's health, it can be more, diabetes and stuff like this, but not, locally, that might be a different type of discussion.
Yes, but even on a national show, if you have something that's caused a national discussion, say about energy policy or something like that, as we've proved on the Southwest Hearts show now, we've worked out how we can actually send a roving reporter out. As we know, I send you all over the area every Friday now, and we're starting to get that right. So if people wanted to talk about a couple of points about, say, how this wind farm here is a really good wind farm and this one here isn't such a good wind farm for this reason, we could, and we have people in those areas, we could actually send them out to do some filming live on the show to feed into the show. The possibilities are almost endless. It's okay, it's not BBC, ITN, Sky type quality of broadcasting, but we can successfully do outside broadcasts. So if people want to illustrate their point by focusing on a particular thing, if they're there live at the time of the show, then they can contribute from on site, as it were.
Yeah, I think that's a valid point, and we'll bring the discussion on the TV to a close shortly. But I think some of the work that you've done, definitely in Southwest Hearts, in terms of taking on the hosting of the show and kind of the professionalism that's been brought through there, is going to be incredibly useful in terms of launching some of the other channels that we've talked about. And I've made some notes here. We've got the marketing and design and the sustainability. Clearly, health is a major issue, and I discover this when I'm talking events. People are talking about low fat this and low fat that, and what's good to eat and what's not good to eat. And there's a lot of myth out there about the reality of the situation. And we've got a large number of people in Link for Growth who are interested in health as a concept and a problem, and that industry specifically. So health is definitely something we want to do. Technology, people struggle with technology regularly, and actually new stuff's coming out all the time. And again, you can listen to the ads, but you'd be better off listening to the people who've actually used these things or asking questions about this. And I just think that's another one. I'm going to come on to something else in a minute, but inspirational TV, stories about people who have done things and struggled. And I'm sure that in a wide audience, there will be a large number of people who say, well, I've had that problem. That's me. They're talking about me there. And actually, to see people who've been through the same issues and challenges and come out the other side and how they've dealt with those, I think will be a really useful thing to be able to share. We've talked about business. We've talked about education. And I'm on the education front. It's not so much... I think schools need to change and that, but it would be great to get teachers, headmasters, people actually involved in a debate with community people who've obviously got a view, opinion, right or wrong, but actually having that debate in a live space would be really, really interesting. And also
that's what I was talking about, being able to do outside broadcasts and how we can use the models and the techniques that we've learned through the Southwest Hearts TV show, how we can use them for some of the national programs. So it may be that you want to interview head of a really successful academy to talk when you're talking about education, for example, or successful primary school or whatever it is, whatever type of school it is immaterial. Yeah, if it's great and a really big success, and we want to kind of like help spread that word, this guy or girl is doing a fantastic job, then we've developed the technology to be able to do it. And of course it's not as if we need, you know, thousands and thousands of pounds of camera equipment. We could do it on a mobile phone and an external mic and one or two other little hints and tips and bits of equipment that you need.
Yeah, no, and that's fantastic. So yeah, so you know, there's loads of exciting stuff there, and I think one of the things it will help us to do as well is engage a lot more people from around the country, get people to know who each other are, which is, you know, another cross-fertilization and byproduct of the whole process. So yeah, brilliant. So you know, thanks for coming on and sharing with us what you've been up to. And I suspect now that there'll be more people that know a little bit about who you are and what you've been doing, which is good news. So so thanks very much for coming on, and you know, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you sometime next week.
Okay, cheerio. Thanks.
Yeah,
Bye.
take care. Bye now. So I want to thank Diane there for joining me. It's a really interesting side to what Link for Growth is doing. And if you want to participate in any of the stuff that we've been talking about there, then please do contact Diane Richardson or even myself, because there is a bit of equipment that's needed in terms of cameras and microphones and stuff, but nothing that's too impossible to sort out. So brilliant stuff. Right, I'm now going to move on to Link for Business, and I've had communication this morning from Asif Raymond. The website is almost complete now, and we should be publishing that next week. If you're not quite sure what Link for Business is all about, let me just tell you very briefly. As you're aware, Link for Growth is not aimed at business people, it's aimed at the entire community. It's unfair and not right to expect us to rebuild community just focusing on the business side of what's going on locally. So everybody's included. That's why Link for Growth is very low cost, so that everybody can come along and there are no excluded people. So that's the first point. But we do have to recognize that people in business have got specific needs. They do need certain things, and those things are not addressed by our community building events. We do get business people there, and that's brilliant, and they do get loads of work, which is brilliant too. But there are things like business plans, cash flow forecasts, how to use CRM, what should I buy for this, what should I buy for that, etc., etc. A whole gamut of things which are related to business and specifically business. So Link for Business has been created to be able to handle that support environment for people who are in business. And you know, it's going to provide different types of events. Those events are going to be more structured. There's going to be opportunities for people to present and share their expertise and knowledge in a sort of presentation space, and also have community people there sharing what they're up to in the local community. So it's integrating community and business, of course it is, but it's doing it in a more structured way. There is also online mentoring groups which we're launching, which are about getting people who are in business the kind of accountability and peer group support that they might need. Now, because they're online, they can be they're going to be participation can come from anywhere, and we're hoping that we can launch the online mentoring groups during either towards the back end of June or certainly in July. I've got a meeting next week to discuss this with somebody, so more on that next time. But the first launched event is going to be the 25th of June in Oundle at the Talbot Hotel. It's an evening event. It's going to be from 6 till 7:30 in the evening. So if you're interested in coming along to that, you're based up there, do talk to Asif Rahman. He's on Facebook, he's on Twitter, he's on the forums. Do talk to him, or get in contact with Nikki Pepper, because Nikki has been working with Asif to get things moving up there. The next event after that will be in Stamford, which is a little bit further away, but no problem. And that's going to be, I suspect that might be in the same venue that we've got the coffee up there, but I'm not entirely sure. But that won't be until July. So that's it. Exciting news there on Link for Business. I'm really excited to see how that moves and goes, and hearing all the good stuff about what's happening as a result of those events being run. So brilliant stuff. Well done, Asif, for getting to this point, and let's drive that on now. And if anybody's interested in Link for Business on a local level where they are, then do get in touch, because we want to spread that out around the country, the same as we're doing with Link for Growth. The next thing I'm just going to speak about briefly is a Link for Skills. There's some new developments there on Link for Skills. We are preparing a lot of background activity at the moment to document what we're doing, but I can share with you that there is going to be, because of work that we've done on Link for Business, we are now in a position to apply the same set of strategies to Link for Skills, which means localized classroom style physical training is going to be possible again. So that's fantastic news, and I know that there's lots of people out there in Link for Growth that would like to offer training in a sort of classroom environment, and basically share their knowledge. Well, the good news is we're going to be bringing that back, so you can, and you need to talk to your district leader about that, and work out how, where, what, when, etc. But really good news there. So that's I'm nearly coming to the end of this month's report. There's selfie competition has closed. And interesting, we did have a number of entries from around the different communities, but all of the winners, and it's a clean sweep, came from up in Cambridgeshire region. First, second, and third prizes went up there. I think there was a total of 11 people involved in all the different selfies. So they've all had their prizes. It wasn't massive prizes, but they all got a mug, and the winners in the final, the first place, got a bottle of Prosecco, which I'm sure they've either enjoyed or are going to. We do have another competition running at the moment, which is the photo competition. Now, if you want to enter into this, what you have to do is submit your picture either on Twitter, on your Facebook profile or whatever, but draw someone's attention to it, like one of the social media. I'll talk about social media in a minute, but like Deepa Kotak, so that she can collect all the photo pictures together. The hashtag is L4G Photo 2015 2015. Do make sure that you put the picture up with that, and then tell someone, because we'll track it down. And there's a £10 gift voucher for John Lewis every month, and this month's June is about the number of photos posted by an individual. And what they've got to be is pictures of flowers, trees, and nature, if you like, in an urban setting. And the number of pictures is really important. So get those pictures posted. Last month I won it. That's a bit bizarre. I didn't forfeit. I banked the £10, so that this month in June is £20 to the winner. Last month, most of the pictures submitted were in Southwest Hearts. I do encourage you to participate. Do get on there and do that, and let's have some other people entering the competition. So that goes on until October, with monthly prizes of £10 and a bonus large overall prize is going to be issued in October, which is more than £10. I don't know quite exactly how much, but it's more than £10. Right, social media. I'm just going to finish now. Our social media person is Deepa Kotak. If you're unsure about what we're doing on social media, do get in contact with Deepa. If you're not sure how to use the district websites, district Facebook pages, sorry, and all the district Google Plus pages, or any of the other collateral that we've got, then do check in with Deepa and she'll help you through that, or Nikki for that matter. But basically, you know, we need to use those things in a consistent manner, and it is a great way of getting stuff out about your events or what's happening in your local communities. So I do encourage you to talk to Deepa about that. If you are a Link for Growth subscriber, to subscribe to Link for Growth is just £3 a month. So if you think community building is important, if you think that it's a good thing that you'd like to support, then you can subscribe to Link for Growth for £3 a month. We have a wonderful new Facebook group for subscribers with lots of interesting content being posted, and a special Friday discussion topic, which is always different. So you get a chance to participate in that. If you're in the team, so if you're a subscriber, do get yourself into that group and take advantage of being able to ask questions and get everybody in Link for Growth who's involved to help and support you. Don't forget the forums also. The forums are being upgraded, as I mentioned earlier, but that's another great space to get support and help from people out there that are in Link for Growth. And of course on Google Plus as well. So that's it for me this month. Halfway through the year already, I can't believe it, and you know, there is lots to do. This particular month there is a massive amount of stuff happening. New leaflets are going to be produced on the back of the fact that we've got a change in the way Link for Skills is operating. We've got Link for Business being launched. We've got new community forums, L4G.tv. There's lots got to go into the new leaflet, so we will be producing new ones. There's plenty of the existing ones at the moment, but we will be rolling those new leaflets out, and all of this will be taking place in June. So a really busy month for everyone. And all I can say is, if you know anybody out there that is got a community bias, got a real in touch with the local community, do get them to get involved with Link for Growth. We're about bringing people together who are doing good work in the community so that we can help get them visibility and spread the good work they're doing to other people. The more people that know, the more people that are going to get involved. It's as simple as that. Okay, that's me done. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back again next month. I think it'll be a bit earlier in the month next month. I think it's the 4th or something like that. So have a great June, a great start to the summer, and I'll be back next month. Thank you very much.